Alright, hey guys, back to you again with a review for spooky season, and that is on Scooby-Doo from 2002, the live-action movie. And this one is directed by Raha Gosnell, I believe I'm saying his name right, and stars, of course, Matthew Lillard, Freddie Prinze Jr., Linda Cardellini, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. And basically, I know a lot of people trash on this movie. I don't know why. I've always loved it, and it's always been a favorite of mine. Go ahead and shoot me a hate comment, whatever you got to do. I don't care. I'll always defend this movie. I've loved it ever since I was a kid, and yes, I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan and a true Scooby-Doo fan, so keep that in mind. I'm not saying, I'm a fan just because I've seen this movie so many times. I'm a fan because I grew up with Scooby-Doo. Where are you? What's new, Scooby-Doo? A pup named Scooby-Doo. The Scooby-Doo movies, stuff like that. So I'm a real true Scooby-Doo fan. So I'm not lying about that. And basically, what this movie's about is basically after the Mystery Inc. gang split. 2 years later, they're all invited to a resort amusement park place called Spooky Island to basically solve the mystery. So the gang reunites at Spooky Island, and they basically try to figure out what's going on there. That's really really weird, and that's basically the premise of the movie. And the acting is great. Matthew Lillard, he is definitely by far like the best Shaggy after Casey Kasem retired. He's just amazing. Whether you hate the movie, you love the movie, you gotta admit, Matthew Lillard is incredible as Shaggy. And Linda Cardellini as Velma. I really liked her. And Sarah Michelle Gellar is Daphne, and Freddie Prinze Jr. is Fred. I really liked them too. I know some people might say, well, they were kind of miscast and whatever. I know that Sarah and Freddie don't really care about these movies, but, and that's fine. But I'm saying that they did amazing in this. Are they like the best like portrayals of Fred and Daphne? Probably not, but they're still great in this movie, in my opinion. And this is the Blu-ray double pack of Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, and I purchased this a few years ago, and here's the side and the back. Has the features and everything, and they all have their individual discs, which is nice, put out by Warner Brothers, and very fond memories of this movie. Like, the special effects in this movie are just incredible. Scooby is CG, but he looks amazing, like he's actually there, even though he's not, like when they're actually shooting the movie. But, yeah, and Scooby's voice was top notch, excellent. And the way that they looked, like in the beginning of the film when they're capturing the Luna Ghost, they have the original, costumes in there, and I thought that was just, incredible to watch. And like Fred had like the white T-shirt and the ascot, and Daphne had her, pink outfit, and Velma had the orange sweater outfit and everything, and Shaggy wore his usual clothes, and Scooby was Scooby, so yeah, I thought that was really nice. And the soundtrack is incredible. Like, the opening song is Scooby-Doo by reggae singer Shaggy, which is ironic because, Shaggy Rogers and the singer Shaggy, but yeah, Shaggy's a great singer, by the way. I love his music. And originally I heard that this was supposed to be R-rated and everything, and apparently there's an R-rated cut out there somewhere. Which, if they happen to release it, I'd love to see it. I know there was going to be a lot of more stuff that was going to be put in it that they just decided to just cancel out on. James Gunn wrote it, and he also did the screenplay. And James Gunn, I know a lot of people give him shit because of the Suicide Squad movie and the Superman movie, but I don't care. I like James Gunn as a writer and director, honestly. And, the acting is incredible. You have Rowan Atkinson who's Mr. Bean and Johnny English, of course. He's a funny guy. He is the owner of the amusement park, and originally it was supposed to be Tim Curry, but he turned it down, and it was given to Rowan Atkinson instead. And I thought he did great as the uh, um, Spooky Island amusement park owner, and yeah, he was just really, really great. And I can't remember. I mean, like I know his name, but I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce his name, because I want to not butcher his name. But let's see. I'll look it up real quick. Um, Emil Mondavarius. There we go. Yeah, so that's his name, and he does a really good job in this movie. And you have Miguel A. Um, I think it's Nunez Jr. And he's like a voodoo guy at the Spooky Island, and he's really funny in this movie. Like when Daphne first meets him, like to ask him questions. He tries to sacrifice a chicken and everything, which is pretty funny. And he says how like he tells her how, you know, purple is a fall color. It's the middle of May. It's just like the way that he's so like he's so like sarcastic and quirky with his dialogue. Like I thought he was a really good side character, and you know the soundtrack of this movie is just incredible. You got Outkast, who did the song "In the Land of a Million Drums," which they even have a music video of it on here. And the music video is great, and the song was great too. Which I didn't know who Outkast was back when I was younger, but now as I grew up and I got more into like the rap culture, I know who Outkast is, and I was surprised looking back that it was done by Outkast. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it's a great song too. An Outkast rap duo, is just amazing. They do great stuff, and I remember buying the soundtrack on CD when I was a kid, and I must have wore the hell out of that CD when I was a kid because there was a lot of great songs on there. Like you had, Solange with the song. Thinking About You, Sugar Ray with Words to Me, which I played the holy hell out of that song because they performed. The Sugar Ray band is actually in this movie. Originally it was supposed to be Weezer, I think, but they didn't want to do it, so Sugar Ray got the gig and they took it and they did amazing. And that song, Words to Me, I was trying to find that song when I was a kid. I was trying to figure out what the hell name of that song was, and it took me a while to find it, but my mom and I finally found it, and I listened to it nonstop, because they perform that song, Words to Me, in the movie, when they're at Spooky Island, in the resort area, in the pool area. That was just amazing, and I played the hell out of that song, and it was literally, like, one of my favorite scenes to watch in the movie when I was a kid. Sometimes I just watch it, just to see that one scene, and, it was just, amazing, and there's a lot of like weird stuff going on, like in Spooky Island. Like there's like college students that act like all weird and everything, and like some can be really like aggressive or just speak in like weird tongues and whatever, and you know they're trying to figure out like what's going on, and there's also some monsters in here which are real monsters, and the monsters in here look incredible. And this movie is definitely kind of tough for me to not really get into like the whole plot points of the movie, like I mean like subplots I should say, like because I already explained the plot, but like the uh plot in more detail on what happens, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it. But it is from 2002, so you're likely to have seen it already by now. But just to be safe, I don't like to spoil movies for anybody, so um, I'm gonna, try my best to not, get too much depth into it. And let's see, who else is in this? Yeah, you have um, Isla Fisher. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's Shaggy's love interest, Mary Jane, and he even says how that's my favorite name. And some people might be like, yeah, it's because he's a stoner or whatever, because there's always rumors that he was a stoner. That's why he was always eating and everything, but that's not true. It's proven in this movie and in the cartoon that he's not a stoner, but I mean, um, I think that some people might take that out of context. Originally he was supposed to be a stoner in the movie, but that all got cut out. Apparently, there was supposed to be like a kiss scene between Velma and Daphne that got scrapped and whatever. Which that sounds pretty interesting. Um, but you know the way that it's shot, it looks amazing. Like the music in here is perfect. Like the soundtrack bought all the songs on there. Songs are really good. They even have like songs like "Things Go Bump on the Night" and "The Freaks Come Out at Night," and which is like the newer version of "The Freaks Come Out at Night," and they even have like another Scooby-Doo theme song towards the end of the film, which is performed by someone else. I don't know who did that one, but if anyone knows, feel free to comment below. But it's not Shaggy, because Shaggy's version was in the beginning of the film, and yeah, it's just like the way that Matt Lillard portrays Shaggy is really good. Like he has the part down, like really really well. And Linda Cardellini, she's perfect as Velma. Um, and Scooby, let's see who's he voiced by. It doesn't say on the back of the Blu-ray, so I'm gonna look and see who's the voice of Scooby Doo. Neil Fanning is the voice of Scooby in this movie, and he's really really good as Scooby in this movie, I'd say. And you also have an appearance by Pamela Anderson at the beginning of the film after they capture the Luna Ghost, and so that was interesting, to see her, and she's actually really cool. She's very beautiful. A lot of people will say that she is because of Baywatch and all that stuff. And so you have a lot of great stars in this movie, and it was a hit. And obviously served a cult following that they did a sequel out of it. And yeah, it's just like an amazing movie. Very funny. There is some, fart jokes and, burping and stuff like that, which a lot of people thought, like, come on, really? And honestly, you know, screw the people who don't want to see that. Like it's very funny to me, and it's not something you see in Scooby Doo every day. And people are so used to it being like in the cartoon where they don't have any of that. They don't have burp or fart jokes or whatever. But this was a movie, so they did something a little bit different. And despite it being originally supposed to be rated R, there are some risque jokes in here for a PG movie, but it's still not horrible. I mean, like there is some like language, like Daphne said at one point that she was gonna, you know, um, bring out a can of whoop ass on someone that tries to, kidnap her or whatever, which I thought that was pretty funny because she took martial arts training, which she's a badass when she does some martial arts, and it is shown in the film, but I'm not gonna say when or how it happens because I don't want to ruin it for those who haven't seen it yet. But yeah, she's amazing in this movie, and there's great fight scenes in this movie, and like the Spooky Island amusement park looks amazing, and it was actually shot in Queensland, Australia, and the scenery in there over there is just incredible. And Isla Fisher, I think it's Isla or Isla, I might be wrong. Sorry if I butchered her name, I apologize, but she's a great actress. She's Australian. Her American accent is down perfectly. For those who don't know, she married Sacha Baron Cohen, which they are now divorced, sadly. Um, but yeah, I think that she was a great character, side character that is, Shaggy's love interest. Which she's beautiful, so you can't really blame him for falling for her. And I think it's a great family film for kids, especially. I saw it as a kid, And I had the DVD originally back when I was younger, but I must have wore the hell out of it because of watching it so much. I went through a period where I actually watched this movie like every single day, and it kind of annoyed my family a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want to pick it up, definitely pick up the Blu-ray. Like the hell with the DVD. The DVD, I will say, it has a better menu because this doesn't have shit for a menu. All it is just, I mean, there is a menu, but it just has like like the, it has like those, what are those boards that says like additional scenes or commentary or whatever, but not an actual menu like the DVD has. The DVD has a much better menu, where that they had the "In the Land of Million Drum" song on there, and it was really awesome. But it has some great features. You got deleted scenes, unmasking the mystery behind Scooby-Doo, a cast of filmmakers, commentaries, scary places, production design, the mystery van, Daphne fight scene, rain on the set, Outcast music video, and the theatrical trailer. So you got some pretty good stuff on there for features, and all the deleted scenes are very good. A lot of which makes sense of why they were cut out. Some of which I kind of figured, why did you take it out? But in some ways, I can see why, because of pacing, probably they didn't want to make it too long or whatever. So I can appreciate that. But it's still good to watch them, if you have the movie, or even you can even look it up on YouTube if you don't have like a physical copy of the movie. You can just type in on YouTube Scooby-Doo 2002 deleted scenes, and they're very good deleted scenes actually, and they're amusing. And a lot of you probably would agree that, yeah, it was probably a good thing they didn't put them all in the movie, but some of which probably should have been, but they just didn't do it for whatever reason. I don't know why. But overall, it's a great fun movie, especially to watch around Halloween. If you're a big Scooby Doo fan like me, you definitely want to give it a watch. And if you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Go see it. It's a great, fun Scooby Doo movie. And I'd say it's the best live action Scooby Doo movie there is. I know they did the trilogy of, well, actually, not trilogy. Two movies that were made for TV that were live action. I saw the first one of that. I liked it, but it's not as good as this one. Like, these movies here are the what's the word I'm looking for? Definitive live action version of Scooby Doo, in my opinion. They just work so well, in my opinion. If you don't like it, if you hate the films, that's fine. That's on you. But I really enjoy this movie a lot. And for those who haven't seen it, you definitely are missing out on a good movie. Definitely go watch it with your kids and your family or whatever. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Take care.